Hello, peeps. We need to make some modifications to the Lego project. The reason for this is in the assembly, and I actually hadn't thought about this when we started it because I created the way we did this project. If we're going to assemble these guys together, remember that there's little connector pieces. Well, unless I create my own connector piece, it's going to be difficult to snap these guys together. So there's a easier way for us to deal with this, which is that we're going to modify these so that they have circles on the bottom and on the top so that we can lock the center points of the circles together. Makes it a little bit easier. Super easy. You're going to come to your components and whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to select the component and right click. We're going to edit in context. So now I'm working on this part inside of the assembly. Simple. We're going to extrude this surface that's except for the holes, right? So you're going to click on the flat surface. Okay. And now instead of going this direction, and going blind, we're going to change the end type to up to face. Choose up to face, and then you're going to choose the bottom face, that face right there. And it will fill the thing in except for those holes. And good. And now we're going to be able to assemble. I'm going to go back to the assembly and do that for the other two pieces that you have. Again, it's right click on the part, edit in context, and we're going to extrude that surface. Go to a face, up to face, and choose the face that you want to go to. Click on it. Cool. All right, we're going to make sure we have done that for all three parts. One last thing is that we need a building block. So we're going to make a one-part piece that we can then use to mirror and mirror and mirror, or extend, or whatever else that we're going to do. So remember on this piece, we had started with one basic building block. So let's right click and edit this in context. Actually, I think I'm going to open this part. So let's somewhere in here, it allows us to go to that part. Go to item and list. Now that just goes over here. Switch to Lego base. There we go. So now we're looking at this part. And what I want to do is I want to duplicate this. So find it down here in the bottom. We're going to right click and we're going to duplicate. Okay. Now it's a copy. Now, before we go on, let's go to that copy and rename it and call it, we had the other one, 8 tab, blah, blah, blah. This is going to be a 1 tab. All right. Now, make sure you have a copy because you don't want to deal with your original base. Okay. We want this new one. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to go up to the original extrusion, okay, which was the original sketch. I wonder if I'm going to deal with that. Go to my first extrude. You're right. That's the first one. That's the one I want. But I double clicked on it to make sure. Now I can get out of that. Okay. And what we're going to do is right click on that first extrude and just say roll to here. Okay. And that means that it leaves what we did. Oh, except that has an extrusion on it. I'm going to go back, take my little rollback bar. There we go. We want extrude 1 and extrude 2. Now, so it's pretty simple. We're going to just delete this linear pattern. So go to the end. Again, this is in the one I copied. We're going to take that. We're just going to delete the linear pattern and leave that. Okay. Now choose one, find one of your other pieces, and we need to see how deep this is. I think it was 0.5, but I can't remember. I'll turn myself off for a second. Measure that line right there, 0.5. So we're going to, again, do what we did before where we extrude this surface, this flat surface, we're going to now flip the direction and go a distance of 0.5, which will leave that little guy in the top. Okay, and then just for good measure, let's measure that and make sure that it's 0.52. It is, so it will match the other one. All right, so now that we've got our one tab, later when you deal with this, you're going to be using this just to do things like we will create other parts by saying either patterning this or mirroring it to create other parts. So we might do that and then mirror this, and then, or you can create a pattern or whatever, or you can just use this one as your building block for other things. All right, so let's go back to our original assembly. Last thing you're going to do here is we're going to insert that one little part, that little one tab dude in here. Okay. And to show me that you've done this, let's move this guy like over here. Okay. Take a picture that shows the bottoms of your Lego pieces that you've modified, and we're good to go and ready to go with the project. All right. Have a good day. Enjoy. Talk to you soon.